Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. We are back with some fun and exciting news about the C8 Corvette ZR1. There's been a lot of test footage over the last couple weeks since the car was spotted on the Nürburgring. We've talked about some of the images and videos that have been leaked to us via various press elements, whether that's photographers that have caught pictures or people around the Nürburgring that caught footage of the vehicle. There's been a lot of debate around the engine, there's been a lot of misinformation around the engine, and in today's video we are going to break down some leaks that are going to tell us what the engine inside of the C8 Corvette ZR1 likely is going to be. And real quick, if you are stopping by for the first time on a very small channel, I would love and appreciate the subscribe, the thumbs up, and the comment down below if you enjoyed this video. It would help this channel grow. A lot of times I come out with this information really quick and I'm one of the first people to bring Corvette information to YouTube. I've been ahead of a couple of the recent news updates, but then other bigger YouTubers obviously catch on to it and then my video kind of gets dropped down the ranking, so your support would go a long way in helping this platform and channel grow. And without wasting any more time, let's dive right into today's video. So there's been a lot of misinformation, as there usually always is with Corvette. Everybody and their brother has that Corvette GM executive that they supposedly have a source that tells them some information and they spread some false news. I have my sources, but I like to vet my information before it goes out there. Not getting into a lot of that misinformation, people had inaccurately quoted that the C8 ZR1 was not going to be a 5.5 liter twin turbo, and that is now categorically looking like it's a false statement. Information about the LT7 turbo engine coming from the mid-engine Corvette forums. We have to thank John for bringing this information to us earlier today, one of the first and best sources for Corvette information. If you don't want to hear this information in my nasally voice, definitely check out the mid-engine Corvette forum. I get a lot of information from the forum, a lot of great people on the forum. It's a great way to bolster your Corvette experience, surrounding yourself with fellow Corvette enthusiasts. And today on the mid-engine Corvette forum, from the parts catalog, we have a part for a turbo adapter for the C8 Corvette. And as you go through the article, additional parts show that the engine inside of this vehicle is an LT7 engine gas 8-cylinder with a 5.5 liter turbocharged engine. This confirms to us that these rumors that have been misspread by various entities, I'm not going to name names, but people that come out and say I have a GM source that told me this, the same people that said that the Z06 was going to start at $89,000 because they had a GM source that told them. A lot of other people are left trying to correct that misinformation, and thankfully today we do have confirmation based on these screenshots from the part catalog that the LT7 is a twin turbo 5.5 liter. And as John kind of makes fun on the forum, you can check it out yourself, this kind of puts to bed all of these insider source rumors that it was a twin turbo 6.2 liter. Again, more clickbaity stuff. I've been around cars, you guys have all been car enthusiasts your entire lives, just like me, which is why we bond over this stuff. These manufacturers are very tight-lipped in what's actually going on, and the reason why, and I said this in one of my earlier videos, that the 5.5 liter sound couldn't be heard on the Nürburgring, is they muffle these test vehicles so well to a point that you can't really tell what it is. That's the intent of all this cladding that they put on the car. They don't want the visual cues to be given away. They don't want the engine to be given away. They want to withhold that information until it's official and finalized. And this aligns with all the information that I've shared previously on the channel from various sources that I've been following and getting information from, that the 5.5 liter is part of the LT7 package. We've seen some leak shots of the LT7 on a crate. We saw some stuff from GM Authority a couple years ago that some YouTubers were spreading as more recent news, even though it's from a couple years ago. We saw Haggerty put out some information about information they had. And all of this now is kind of confirmed that the 5.5 liter is getting twin turboed for the C8 ZR1. And now my excitement about this car, we saw these leaks, we saw the very aggressive hood, we saw the inlets on the two sides of the hatch as well as the fenders for the additional air to get into the engine bay. I think the C8 ZR1 is going to reach a new level of performance. We've seen the C8 Z06 kind of match low-end performance, track performance, and even beat out vehicles such as the Ferrari F8 Tributo, the Huracan Technica. They're very close on the top end. Those supercars do pull away from the Z06. I've experienced that myself and shared that experience on the channel. But I think the C8 ZR1 is going to make up for any top-end power deficiencies that the C8 Z06 has north of the 130 mile marker. when the turbos kick in, I really think the C8 ZR1 is going to perform on the level of the McLaren 720S, which ultimately means that the C8 ZR1 is going to be in a very unique class, and hopefully they price it right. There's been no indication on what the pricing is, but based on everything that's been presented today, it's pretty exciting to now be able to know that the twin-turbo 5.5 liter V8 is going to be a part of the C8 ZR1. And just to clarify, we don't know if it's going to be a flat plane crank or a cross plane crank. We've heard mixed rumors. The high RPM band of a flat plane crank doesn't necessarily work great with turbos. Ferrari's managed to do so with their flat plane crank engines, but we don't know if General Motors is going down that route. But at least this dispels with almost near conviction that the 6.2 liter is not what is being twin turboed in the C8 ZR1. It is a variation of the existing 5.5 liter engine block, and so what General Motors does from there is really anyone's guess. We have even seen Mercedes with the AMG GT Black Series come out with a 720 base horsepower flat plane crank V8 with twin turbos, but given that is a 4 liter versus a 5.5 liter, the extra displacement is going to cause additional vibration, which could factor into General Motors navigating towards a cross plane crank to try to manage some of the torque curve dynamics of a flat plane crank with twin turbos poses. And I'll be honest, I always thought it was a little weird when these people were confirming that the 6.2 liter was going to get twin turboed, because it would be very weak on General Motors' part to do something that the aftermarket has been providing us on the Stingray for the past couple of years. Twin turboing just the base C8 Corvette 6.2 liter block would have been a huge disappointment. I really do think that the 5.5 liter has a much higher ceiling than the 6.2 liter, and it's great to see that General Motors thinks the same, and that is the motor of choice for the C8 ZR1. But yeah, that is all the information that we have today. It's exciting to confirm and dispel a lot of rumors circulating around what the C8 ZR1 engine is. Leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are on this engine selection, what your thoughts are on the 5.5 liter being the engine of choice for the C8 ZR1, what your thoughts are on today's video. Glad to bring this content information to you all. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. If you have not already, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. And as always, until the very next video, I look forward to seeing all of you in the comment section below.